Welcome to the Symposium on Decolonizing Psychology. There is a growing awareness of the influence of colonial history on psychology, and also on the effects of former colonization still felt today in global economic relationships, in social relationships, in attitudes and prejudices, and also in a transgenerational transfer of traumata to children of survivors. How can psychologists on a global base work on decolonizing minds, psychology, and society? Questions to be discussed are: is psychology confirming the status quo, the former and present power relationships, or reparative and changing racist, orientalist, and heteronormative influences on epistemology, structures, and practices of psychology? And how can psychologists on a global basis and representations in epistemology and practices in relationships work on decolonizing the mind, psychology, and society? A special welcome to the presenters of today. To start with Professor Tripathi, who is presently the Kulguru of Swaraj Vidyabhat, an institution following the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi. We will talk about decolonizing psychology in developing societies, discussing the concerns of psychologists pertaining to developing societies in which relatedness is considered more important relative to the first world societies that privilege individual achievements over societal goals. We shall consider the dominant tendency of othering practiced by the colonizers and how it is understood and practiced by social psychologists. Dr. Shoshi Kessi will talk about psychology and Pan-Africanism in the colonial times. She is the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities at the University of Cape Town in South Africa and an Associate Professor in the Department of Psychology. Her presentation traces some key moments in the development of psychology as a discipline that has been both implicated in and resistant to forms of oppression and inferiorization across the globe, and how a Pan-African lens to psychological research may contribute to the decolonial turn in the social sciences. And the presentations will be closed by Professor Giovanna Leone. She's a professor of social psychology at Sapienza University of Rome in Italy. She will talk about reframing material traces of colonial times, a social psychological perspective. Insights on the role of objects in memory processes trace it back to classic descriptions of the human mind. Allow psychologists to better understand conflicting reactions to material traces of colonialism still present in the contemporary European environment. Such a research may give a specific contribution to decolonizing processes. I wish you all a wonderful symposium. Thank you.